all, welcome in or welcome back to the Monster Meadow. My name is Meadow, and today we will be unboxing the fourth and final doll in the Monster High Off-White collaborative doll line. This final doll's name is Symphanee Midnight. She is a ghost, and she was released on March 13th, 2024. Her model number is HNV18. Her outfit inspiration comes from the Fall 2020 ready-to-wear runway. It is look number 1. It is a black dress with kind of a black one-shoulder windbreaker jacket. Her accessory is the Off-White Jitney 1.4 bag. Now, this doll's bag, it is a translucent neon green, kind of giving, I guess, goosebumps, but it like ombres down into black. Now, that bag does not actually exist, but there are Jitney 1.4 bags in many different colors. And then she has an off-white hex nut mono earring in the color gold. It looks like a nut, and it is just one earring. I think her other earring is, I think, a greenish chain, kind of like the chains Electra Melody is wearing. And then a short little biography of her. At the stroke of the witching hour, Symphanee Midnight appears in a heart-stopping look sewn straight from the shadows. Known for materializing at the hottest haunts, her present makes spirits of all kinds soar. So that is a bit about our fourth and final doll in this short little mini-series. Let's go ahead and crack her open. I've been absolutely excited to finish unboxing this doll line, just to see the complete look on my shelf. I just feel like it'd be so satisfying to see all 4 of them just going down the shelf. It's actually been a few days since I unboxed the last doll, Raven Rhapsody. I know I only post every 2 weeks. As of right now, that may change in the future. Who knows? I might be posting every week or every day. It just depends. But as of the time of recording, I'm posting every 2 weeks. But I record my dolls unboxing as they come in. The first 3 I unboxed one day after the other. It was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's now Monday. So I waited an entire weekend to unbox this doll. And then I've got 2 more dolls on deck to unbox. One of them, I'm just telling you all now, one of them is an original G1 Monster High doll from before the reboot. And she is actually one of a line that is very, very special to me. And I currently have the rest of the line on the way. I'm still deciding if I want to do one video for each unboxing or if I want to unbox them all in one video. If you guys have an opinion on that, you can let me know in the comments. But yeah, that doll line is very special to me. But that'll be a while in the future for you guys. But back to Miss Symphanee Midnight. Here are her instructions. Hers are a little wrinkled. But again, the silhouette on the instructions match the doll that you're unboxing. I really appreciate that touch. Because they didn't have to edit each instruction to make the silhouette match the doll you're unboxing. They could have just done a generic Monster High doll silhouette, but they took the time to go in and completely redesign the instructions for each doll. So that's something. Okay, once again, the Monster High and Off-White logos covered by a piece of sticky protective plastic. If I can get it off. There we go. Once again, they're resin, not metal. And then Monster High, Off-White. You just slip the outer sleeve off. It's got a piece of tissue paper on top with your certificate of authenticity. Mattel Creation Certificate of Authenticity, Monster High X Off-White. This certifies that your Monster High X Off-White doll materialized through the collaborative efforts of the designers and artists at Mattel. Set that aside. Now you slip the doll out of the base of the box. Again, Monster High Off-White, and then there is an embossed Mattel Creations logo on this side, and then this side is completely blank. Monster High X Off-White, doll number 4. This product is intended for adult collectors and is not intended for children under 14 years of age. Contents include doll, doll stand, and certificate of authenticity. Now we have 2 holes on the sides of the box to poke the plastic tabs out of so you can slip the plastic sleeve off. Again, this is just doll box plastic. And then she has a little plastic box kind of holding her in place. She has a black ribbon around her waist as well as a clear elastic. She has threads throughout her hair holding it in place. And then, of course, plastic tea ties in the back of her head. Well, this is more like the side of her head, but you get it. So there is a piece of clear plastic tape on one side. You just flip that open for easier access. And then you pull out clear plastic tabs to open it. And then you have freedom to cut. First, I want to get this clear elastic out of the way so I don't risk cutting it. It's just keeping her arms flush to the plastic so they don't move. Come on, get off. There we go. It's kind of a larger rubber band. But let's cut her out. Black thread. I didn't even actually have to cut this. The knot in the thread was at the top here. It was laced through either side of the hair to hold it in place, and then the loose bottom of the thread was just taped to the back of the plastic with a clear circular piece of tape. You just take the tape off, and then you can thread it through and take it out from the top. You don't actually have to cut the thread. Okay, the black ribbon that was holding her waist in place. And now there are tiny plastic tea ties at the very, very bottom, just holding either side of her dress to the box. So let's cut those. Okay, and she is free from the plastic. Let me get the rest of these. And then... Okay. Sorry, I was just making sure the stem of the plastic tea ties you cut from her head, I was just making sure they were not poking out. Okay, she is on a saddle stand. They've already got a rubber banded to it. I have some unfortunate news. We may be cutting a rubber band in this video, because they did the same thing they did with Harmony Goal, where they have her feet rubber banded to the base of the stand. We'll leave that for now. But here she is, out of the box. Now, this doll, she is very unique. What they did with her was the same thing they had originally planned to do for River Styx, the daughter of the Grim Reaper in the Haunted movie. They wanted to do this with her doll. Symphanee Midnight's face is transparent, and if you look closely, there is a skull in her head. That skull is the head, and then this is like a rubbery casing over it. So she is transparent. They wanted to do this with River Styx, but they eventually scrapped that. So I'm glad that they did do it for a doll, and a high-end designer doll at that. Her hair, The front half of it is black. The back half is a mixture of what looks like 3 different greens. 2 or 3 different greens. Kind of like what they did with Harmony Ghoul, except this one is much more vibrant. Again, it's giving goosebumps. But yeah, here is the Hex Nut Mono earring. And then this is just a neon green chain earring. We do have a unique hand mold. Not only is it transparent with black fingertips, but she's giving us a peace sign. She's got this green chain bracelet to match her earring. This hand is just your regular Monster High hand. I really wish we got new hand molds with the collector dolls. She is wearing a green necklace. Now, this look was modeled on the runway by Miss Bella Hadid herself. So, but yeah, this is kind of a jacket over top. It does have a hood. That kind of makes me wonder if she is also a Reaper because of the hood. It's a black hood. She is a ghost. Maybe she is a Reaper. That might be my headcanon for this doll. She's a Reaper. But yeah. You have... This isn't a... well, it might be. Is it a shirt? I don't know. I don't want to undress the doll because I'm afraid the look won't go back on after I take it off, but this, it seems like they might be separate. She has this little tutu on under the jacket, but over the main skirt. This skirt is the same material as Raven Rhapsody's skirt, just longer. And then it is layered. Here's the first layer. Second layer. You have a third tulle layer. A fourth tulle layer. And then a mini skirt. So that is 5 layers on just this main skirt. And then you have the tutu, which seems like it might be 4 or 5 layers itself. But yeah. And then I could not find an actual real-life example of her shoes. I'm taking them off because they have plastic. Ugh. These are over her feet under the shoes. Here are her legs. They are translucent into a black. Her legs are greenish. Sorry, the rubber band around her thighs is not wanting to stay in place. But let me get the plastic out of the shoes. And the shoes are very cute. They are off-white shoes. I just could not find them for the life of me. But they have like these ruffle ribbons to act as straps. And then the heel of the shoes look like they might be a staple or something. And then, I don't know if you can see it, but the off-white logo is under the heel. But yeah, those are her shoes. They're kind of covered by the dress. Sorry, they came with rubber bands. Alarm. They came with rubber bands kind of holding the shoes in place, but they had plastic over her feet that I wanted to take off. So now I'm just re-rubber banding the shoes because if you collect any dolls that wear regular high heels, like Barbie, these shoes do come off easily because they're just regular high heels. So I'm making sure that the shoes are rubber banded on so that they are not going anywhere. I am not losing a doll's shoes. I like my dolls complete. I've said it once, I will say it many, many more times. I like having complete dolls. It makes my heart feel full. The shoes are back on. So there is Symphanee Midnight. Let me get her purse out of its case so we can take a look at that. Well, there's the rubber band on the stand. Yeah, we may have to cut this. Okay. Now to get the purse out. I need to stop biting my nails. Got it. A bit of sticky left. Just scrape that off. Come on. Okay. Again, it's like an acrylic resin. And then the purse is being held in place by another piece of plastic. So I will cut that. Plastic. Okay, here is her purse, the Jitney 1.4. Again, it is like a translucent green with a bit of black at the bottom. It has a black chain as well as a handle. And then on the side here, we have a black one of the zip tie luggage tags, as well as a gold, off-white, and Monster High Skelett logo things. Yeah, that's her purse. Let's get the thing back on it. There we go. Oh, I don't think I gave you an overview of her makeup. It's really just green. She's got, it's like a dark green smoky eye with like a neon green cut crease. Her eyes are green. Again, she has a black lip. They all have black lips, and they all have greenish skin. However, keeping with the asymmetrical look of the fit, one eye has like flutter lashes, the other eye has chunky lashes. So her makeup is asymmetrical too. But yeah, that is Symphanee Midnight. I will put her back on her stand as I will be displaying her, get her back in the box, and I will be back with you guys very shortly. Okay, here she is, Miss Symphanee Midnight, as she will be displayed on the shelf. I kind of raised her peace sign hand and made her look at us so that she is giving us a peace sign, because we do need a little more peace in this world. And her other hand is just kind of up and out, and her ponytail, I brought it forward so that we can see it better. But yeah, that is Miss Symphanee Midnight. And then the top of the box. There she is, the last doll in the Monster High Off-White collaborative doll line. She is definitely the most unique one. I mean, they're all very unique. They really went all out with this line. But I think she might be my favorite. Okay, and there she is on her shelf, Miss Symphanee Midnight. And here is the rest of the group. I even turned their lights on so we could see the final look of the display. Now, I did finally figure out what I wanted to do with their COAs. I was having a hard time deciding where I wanted to put them because they're so small. But I found some acrylic business card displays. You know, some people will put a single business card in a display and like set it up on their desk or something. So I bought 4 of those, and I'm going to put their COAs in there and maybe like prop them up on top of the sleeve of the box. Either that or on top of their plastic, depending on how heavy the displays are. But once they do come in, they should actually be coming in later today. But I film before work, and they'll probably be here while I am working. But once I get their COAs in their new displays, I will probably post a picture of it on my Instagram with like the final look of the shelves so we can see them all at once. It'll probably be up on my Momoa too. So if you guys want to see that, it'll be there. But as of right now, this is the final look for the displays. I really enjoy these dolls. Yeah, they're kind of chunky with the built-in box displays, but I think it looks really nice. I really like this line. And then, of course, we have the mess. But we'll worry about that later. She's so pretty. Okay, that is all I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and let me know. If you want to see more content between now and my next video, go check out my Instagram, linked in the description down below. I try my best to stay active over there. Also linked in the description down below is my Momoa if you want to take a peek at anything in the cabinet behind me or shelves in front of me. That is linked in the description down below. Miss Symphanee Midnight herself is already posted over there. Go give that girl some love. Thank you all so much for watching. I really, really enjoyed this little mini-series. If you want to see more, let me know. But until then, I can't wait to see you all in my next video. And remember, don't be afraid to be yourself. Bye!